Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal. Tesla earnings is due on 23rd. In this video, we'll try to evaluate how high or how low Tesla can go after earnings using forward PE and financial analysis. Now, let's get started. In this table, I put together the financial summary for the last 6 quarters. And also I have added these two columns, column J and column K, that captures quarter over quarter change and year over year change. So starting with the revenue, so quarter over quarter, we see that the 15% decline. So year over year also shows the decline. It's about 8%. So in most of these areas, you see that the last quarter was not a very great quarter for Tesla. So net income was down 85% quarter over quarter. Year over year, net income was down 55%. Operating profit down 32% quarter over quarter, and year over year is down 51%. And also see the decline in the gross margin, EBIT, DA margin, and also the EPS actuals quarter over quarter and the year over year also declined. Free cash flow per share also went down year over year and quarter over quarter. Debt to equity ratio, quarter over quarter, no significant change, but year over year, we see that the debt went up, and that's a not good sign for any company. But it still is below 10%, so still I think that it's not too bad compared with other companies. So now let's dig into further on the EPS. So I have another tab here. I have captured the historical data for the EPS projections versus actual. And you see that in last 3 quarters, Tesla missed the earnings, but before that, they were able to beat the earnings. So last few quarters has not been good for Tesla in terms of the earnings. And that's why you see that Tesla stock has been going down in those quarters. And Tesla even touched around 140 in last 1 year. Let's take a look. You see that in this chart, 52 weeks low 138 and the 52 weeks high is 280. So you see that it touched the all-time low 138 in last 1 year, and sometime last month it started going up. So that was a good sign because we got some good deliveries number for the last quarter. And that should help Tesla to report a good earnings and good revenue guidance in this earnings call. Moving back to the earnings, next 4 quarters, Tesla earning projection is going up. Last quarter was 0.51 versus next quarter is 0.62, 0.67, 0.74, and 0.77. Now let's take a look forward PE and try to make some price projections for Tesla after earnings. You see this table on your screen. In this table, I captured the adjusted closing price for Tesla for last 30 days, and also I have the EPS forward, EPS trailing 12 months, and I also calculate the P ratio with respect to trailing 12 months EPS, and also I calculate the P ratio with respect to the forward EPS. We also call it forward P ratio. So EPS forward is basically the last quarter actuals plus next 3 quarters earning projections, and the EPS trailing 12 months, the last 4 quarters earnings actuals, including the latest quarter. And I also have this table that captures the trailing P and the forward P for last 12 quarters. If you take a look, the forward P average for the last 12 quarters is around 74. At this point, the forward P for Tesla is at 96. So at this point, the forward P is much, much higher than the historical average forward P for Tesla for last 12 quarters. So this tells that Tesla got lots of optimism in last few weeks, and Tesla stock started surging after that. And we also have another table, and that is this one that captures the EPS projections and the EPS actual for last 12 quarters and the closing price at the end of those quarters, and also the earnings surprise for last 12 quarters as well, and also the earning projections for next 4 quarters in this table. And also, I have calculated the minimum, average, and the maximum earning surprise for last 6 quarters. So I will use this data to calculate the minimum, average, and the maximum price projections for Tesla after the earnings. I already did the math. I came up with these values. Let me go over the formula with you. For the minimum, I'm using EPS forward, that is H4, that is this guy. And the second factor, I have S34, that is a median value for the last 6 quarters forward PE. And the third factor I'm using is the earnings surprise for last 6 quarters, and that is 043. The minimum value here I put 0 because there are some negative surprises in last 6 quarters. I don't want to use the negative value. That gives the minimum value for Tesla stock price 177.53. And I also calculate the average value for Tesla stock price that should be valid after earnings. Same formula except the fact I'm using average value for the forward PE for last 6 quarters, and that is this value. You see that Q34. And the third factor is P43, that is the average value for the earnings surprise, and that is this guy. So that gives the average price projection for Tesla 207.9. And similarly, I calculate the maximum price projection for Tesla. Same formula, except I'm using the maximum value for the forward P for last 6 quarters, and that is this one. That is R34. You see here the second factor R34. And the third factor is Q43, and that is the maximum earning surprise, and that is this guy. So that gives the maximum Tesla stock price projection 293.6. So in my opinion, Tesla should be moving between these values from the next earning that's going to be announced in the next few days until the following earning that's going to be announced in October. So from July through October, Tesla should be moving between these values. So minimum value suggests that if something goes terribly wrong in the earnings or something in the next quarter regarding deliveries or something else, the Tesla will start moving down. But in my opinion, it should not go down below 177, regardless of how bad is the news. And the average value suggests that, if the Tesla stock price goes below 207, it might be an attractive price to keep it for some time. The maximum value suggests that, if Tesla about to reach this level, that might be a good selling point in next few months. So this was my analysis regarding Tesla price projection after earnings. You may agree or disagree with my approach or analysis. Please write in the comment section what you think. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.